Hey guys, just a quick video to show you setting the timing chain and the timing on the 1.4 turbo GM engine, which is in the Trax and the Holden Cruze and the Chevy Cruze. Okay, so the tools that we've got are the T55 Torx, the T30 Torx, an E10 socket, a 24mm socket, a 23mm combi spanner, a 4mm Allen key, and the kit for doing the timing. So we've got all the pins, we've got the chain block and the cam, locking mechanism, and for setting the variable timing. And the parts that we've got is the new block for the top of the chain. We've got the hydraulic tensioner, new chain and pulley, and we've got the two chain guides for either side, some assembly lube. Everything on the engine's already been lubricated because it was a new build engine. We've got a new chain case gasket and the chain case itself. Hi guys, so first job is to lock the crankshaft into top dead centre. So I do that by removing this plug. So I just use the T55 and pull the plug out. Then from there I use the biggest pin in the kit, which goes straight in. Now that should just push straight in if you've got it in top dead centre. I've already set this at top dead centre, and I can tell that because the front and the rear pistons are both at the top, two middle pistons are low down. So we're going to set the cams up now. As you can see at the end of the cam there is a little slot in each cam, and you use the plate inside the kit to lock the two together. So first I'll grab the 23mm spanner and I will turn this around so that I have got the slot in there. That one just needs a little bit of moving. That's it, that's the cams locked in. Okay, so we're going to fit the timing chain now, along with all the other apparels that go with it. So firstly we're going to fit the gasket, because you can't get this on once the timing chain's on. So nice and easy, it just slides up behind the first gear and pops onto that dowel. That's it. Then we're going to fit the hydraulic tensioner. So the hydraulic tensioner comes with the standard pin in it, but I need to replace that because when I put the cover on, if I haven't pulled the pin out, it won't go on. So I'm going to use the pin that's in the kit. There is no tension apart from the spring in this at the moment because there's no hydraulic pressure. So I'm just going to nip it with my fingers. I'm going to pull the old pin out. I'm going to get the pin out of the kit, and I'm just going to slide the pin in. Nice and easy. So when I fit this, these are about 15 foot-pounds, but I'm not going to torque them up at the moment. I'll do that once I finish this video. So I'll tighten them up by hand, and then I'll use my E10 just to give them a little nip. 2. Okay. And from there, I'm then going to fit the block on the top, which has actually got some cutouts which sit inside the gears here to stop it from turning, and it also holds the top of the chain when you put the chain on. So if I can slide that in, tighten them down. Now again, don't need to be super tight, don't need to be torqued, so I'm just going to use the 4mm Allen key, and I'm going to give them a little nip just to stop it from rocking around. Okay, that's that done. So chain, brand new chain. This was the gear that came out of the engine, but it's all good. There's no wear on the gear itself. Writing on the outside, I always prefer to have the writing facing out over so you can see it. But dimensionally there's no problems with having it turned the opposite way. So I'll slide that over the shaft first and locate it, and then I'm going to run the chain up anti-clockwise. So I'm going to run it this way, nice and tight there. So then I'm going to put the left side guide on first. I'm going to push the chain across, and I'm going to locate it within the tensioner, the hydraulic tensioner, and make sure that the chain is sitting on the guide. So. And I'm going to use the T30 and just give that a little nip up. That's it. So just make sure the chain is sitting within the guide. Then the right hand side guide has got a little notch in, which sits inside that pin there. So I'm going to sit that in there. Pull that across. And again, T30. Just give them a little nip up. So on. That's the main timing chain on. Everything's in position. Next, what we need to do is set the variable timing on this, and you do that using this part of the kit, which will sit in just like that. That's where the 24mm comes in, so you can just slacken these. You don't need to slacken them very far, just gives it a little, and then you can move the top section. So that's that locked in. But what I'll do first is I'll fit the cover. Now this little plug here, I've obviously had it out. It was quite tight, but I managed to get it out prior to the video, and this will just fit straight over. And I've got a lug there. Just make sure that the gasket's in position. That's it. Sit that on. That's it. And then I'll just put one bolt. I'm not going to tighten this down at the moment. I'm just showing you how to set the variable timing. So again, that's my E10. I'll just give that. Okay. Then I've got the two bolts there. That will sit, because now I've got these slack, so these will move. I can sit that on, get it in. 30, yeah, tighten that down to T30 as well. Then use the 24mm and give that a tighten on both sides. Can remove this. Grab the 4mm Allen key again and remove this block. Where I can fit the correct plastic guide, which also allows the oil to come up through the top. It's got a hole through the centre. That's it. And then I'll remove the spacer from the back, which holds the cams in position. And that's your timing complete.